Ranking the best safeties in Madden 24. We're back here with another tier list update. Today we got a bunch of new safeties, and right before we look at the new cards, we do got to go ahead and re-rank the old cards. And I think it's really simple, man. I just think everyone comes down a single tier. Besides Eric Berry, I'm going to keep him in the A tier with that new team captain update. And I also decided to keep Palomount and Jaron Curson the S tier as well, because I think they are S tier users still with that 6'4" height, S tier in the box safeties, but like over the top and stuff, I do think they're more along lines of like an A tier player, but again, as a user, S. And now the first card we got right here is Ed Reed. This is his lower overall AKA card, is 87, 88 speed, 87 acceleration, 5'11", so a little bit shorter, has 89 zone, 85 man. It's the 85 tier for both, and also has play ball in air aggressive. We look at his abilities and stuff though, can't get like a deep end zone KO. For me, I think this Ed Reed is like right along the lines of like a like kind of right by his old card, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They're both 87s. He is slightly better from a stat standpoint, but this Ed Reed can also get deep end zone KO, so I don't mind them being on the same tier at all. And right after that, we got 88 overall CJ Gardner Johnson. Again, 88 speed, 86 acceleration, 5'11", once again, 88 zone, 84 man. Pretty similar to the Ed Reed card we just covered. For me, he's going literally right by him. Now right after that though, we do get Julian Blackman right here with 89 speed, 89 acceleration. He's 6 foot, 87 man, 89 zone, and the 89 zone can potentially go up to 90 with even just a coach strat card. And he also has play ball in air aggressive. Now for these 88 overall abilities, they can't really get anything crazy, right? But I think he is a really good safety in the game. For me, he's gonna go ahead and make the B tier for me. And right after that, we do get Marcus Epps, this time 87 speed, 89 acceleration. He's 6 foot, 88 zone, 84 man, and also has play ball in air balance. For me, Marcus Epps is just gonna go ahead slightly make this C tier. He's more like bottom end, but he just slightly makes it. Now we get Ryan Neal. Ryan Neal is 6'3", 89 speed, 90 acceleration, really good zone coverage with the 85. It's the 85 tier for zone coverage. That is the threshold on all Madden. 81 man, and also has play ball in air balance. I think Ryan Neal is an A tier user, and the whole reason, again, it is as a user. As a coverage player, more along the lines like B, maybe even C. And right after that, we get Jimmie Ward with 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 5'11", 85 man, 88 zone coverage, and also has play ball in air balanced. For me, pretty similar to Marcus Epps. I'm gonna go ahead and put them right by each other. After that, we get Jabril Peppers, 5'11", 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 81 man, but really high zone coverage. This is one of my favorite like budget cards in the game. He's currently going for under 100k. Also has play ball in air balanced. I really like the card. Again, I think Ryan Neal is slightly better as a user, but he's a better coverage player than Ryan Neal. For me, he's gonna go like top into this B tier. I'm a big time fan of his card. And right after that, we get Tyrann Mathieu, this time 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 5'9", so really short. Does have some pretty good play rec with 86, 85 man, 86 zone, and does have play ball in air aggressive. For me, this is kind of a tough one to rank, I'll be honest. Is he more C or B? I'm gonna go ahead and put him top in the C, man. I like Julian Blackman a little bit more than him. I'm not the biggest fan of the shorter DBs without KOs either, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him C. And right after that, we get Ronnie Lott's first card of the video is 88 with 89 speed, 86 acceleration, 6 foot height, 83 man, 88 zone, and has play ball in air aggressive. But these all Madden 88s actually get some pretty good abilities. Like he could potentially get a pick artist. Now, where do I think he ranks? I'm gonna go ahead and put him again like top into this B tier. Ryan Neal, again, the only reason he's here is because I think he's an A tier user. Ronnie Lott, again, a better coverage player than him. And after that, we get 88 overall Pat Tillman, 89 speed, 87 acceleration, 5'11", 88 zone coverage, and also has play ball in air balance. For me, think he is a really solid card, man. Not a bad budget alternative at all. Again, for me, think he's right along the lines of like a B tier player. Right after that, we get Julian Love, 5'11", 89 speed. This is a card that could potentially go up in overall, so if he does go up, we'll have to re-rank him in the next update. Seattle needs to force a turnover, and he needs to get 2 tackles to potentially be a 91 overall. But right now, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, does have 87 zone coverage, and also play ball in air balance. Now, for his abilities right here, he can't really get anything like a deep end zone KO or anything, but for me, Julian Love, he is going to go ahead once again, go in this B tier. I think he is really, really solid. And given the cards we're about to cover, I actually think everyone has to come down another tier. And right after that, we got Justin Reed with 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 agility, 6'1". I think he's a great user or a great coverage player. 86 man, 89 zone, can get the zone up to 90, and also has play ball in air aggressive. Now, once again, right here, if we do look at his abilities, he can't get like a deep end zone KO, but I think he is a great in the box player. For me, I'm putting him top end of this B tier. And right after that, we get Eddie Jackson with 90 speed, 88 acceleration. The agility is a little bit low, same with the change of direction, but he's 6 foot, 85 man, man, 91 zone coverage, and also gets play ball and air aggressive. Now this time he is someone that can get a deep end zone KO, a mid zone potentially. So I think Eddie Jackson, one of the best budget options in the game. For me, again, he's tippity top into this A tier. I really like Eddie Jackson and Justin Reed. And now right after that, we get Justin Simmons with 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 agility, 89 change direction. He's 6'2", so has some really good height, 90 zone coverage, great in a zone-based defense. The man, a little bit lower. And if we look at his traits, play ball and air aggressive. For his abilities, once again, can get like a deep end zone KO, flat zone, mid zone, pick artist. Gets really all I'm looking for a safety. So for me, Justin Simmons is going to be in this A tier. And that's why I think everyone had to drop down a singular tier again. I think he's slightly better than Eddie Jackson, Justin Reed, and everyone in this tier. Now after that, we get Adrian Phillips with 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 5'11", 90 man, 90 zone. The press really isn't there. And he also has play ball and air aggressive. And when we look at his abilities, right, he can get the deep end zone KO, the flat zone. I'm going to be honest though, man, like I just really don't love this card. I'm putting him more along the lines like Eddie Jackson. Maybe you think he's A tier. I guess I could see that argument. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and put him B. And right after that, we get Ed Reed with 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 91 agility, 93 change direction, 5'11", so again a little bit shorter, but 93 zone, 88 man coverage, and also has play ball and air aggressive. Now for his abilities, right, you can go ahead and potentially get universal for 2, shutdown for 1 for his X factors. Those are going to be on for 4 plays, off for 8. And from an ability standpoint, he can potentially get like a deep end zone KO, a mid zone. For me, this is going to be like one of the toughest things. This is going to make sense in the end. He is tippity top of A. I'm also going to move down Jaron and Isaiah Powell now. I don't love this, I'll be honest. Given the safeties we have, I think I have to do that. And it's really a lot to do with this man right here, Darren Woodson, 6'1" safety, 91 speed, 91 acceleration. The man, the zone, they don't hit like the 90s, but the reason why I think he's here is really because I think he gets the best ability in the game, but he also has play ball and air aggressive. But he is the first person in the game to get deep zone KO, which is essentially the combo of deep out zone KO, deep end zone KO for 3 AP. I think that is really good value. For me, Darren Woodson is going to go ahead and be an S tier safety. Now, by the time we get him, will he stay S tier? I don't know. Remains to be seen. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put him firmly in the S tier. And right after that, we get Pat Tillman, 92 speed this time, 89 acceleration, 5'11", has great zone coverage safety, and also has play ball and air balance again. But when we look at his abilities this time, again, can get something like a deep end, a flat zone, a mid zone, potentially a pick artist. For me, Pat Tillman, this is another really tough one. He is tippity top end of this A tier. He just narrowly misses the S tier for me, just narrowly. He's probably my safety number 4. And after that, we get Ronnie Lott with 92 speed, 88 acceleration, 85 agility, 91 change direction. This time he is 6 foot, 90 man, 90 zone, 88 press, and he has a big hitter trait on yes. He also has play ball and air aggressive. And from an ability standpoint, he can actually get deep out zone KO. This is a card you could play at corner, or you could roll your coverage, like put him in an outside third, depending on the defense you're in, and use that deep out zone KO effectively. For me, Ronnie Lott is for sure in this S tier, and him for Darren Woodson. I mean, Darren Woodson with that deep zone KO, man, it's tough to say anyone's better than him right now with that ability. And right after that, we get Dolphins great Jevon Holland that starts as an 88, and given that they're going to update like house rules and hopefully the solos, you could potentially get him to a 91. Right now he's stuck at an 88, but I'm gonna grade him based on his 91 with 90 speed, 91 acceleration, hits 89 man, 91 zone coverage, 6'1" safety, and also has play ball and air aggressive. Now from an ability standpoint from him, he can get the deep end zone KO, can get the flat zone, can get the mid zone. I really like this safety card, man. For me, I'm going to slightly put him in the A tier. Now you might think it's Dolphins bias, but he just slightly makes the A tier for me. I think he's a phenomenal card. And after him, we get AKA Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and he's 91 speed, 88 acceleration, 87 agility, 92 change of direction, 88 man, 93 zone, again 5'11". And when we look at his abilities this time from an X factor standpoint, can get deep route KO for 1, again on for 4 plays, off for 8, and shutdown as well. And we look at his abilities, can get a deep end zone KO, can get a flat zone. I do think Jevon Holland is better than this card. He's gonna slightly make A. It's kind of like he's a nice in between like Jevon Holland and Adrian Phillips, so he's kind of in a B plus range for me. And for the final card of the video, we got all Madden LTD Brian Dawkins with 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 6 foot height, 90 man, 92 zone, big hitter trait on yes, and play ball and air aggressive. And from an ability standpoint, guess what, similar to Ronnie Lott, can get that deep out zone KO, can get deep in, flat zone, mid zone, pick artist. Love this card, man. Brian Dawkins is going to be our final addition in the S tier. So yeah, y'all, this has been my updated best safety tier list in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Like I said, man, safety, really tough position. ton of good ones. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. So let me know who you think should come up, who do you think should come down. If you guys did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay updated with the best cards in Madden. If you guys want to watch me use some of these cards live, make sure to hit that noti bell on YouTube to be notified when I'm live over here, or check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams, man, so I'd love to see y'all pop into some. But if you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here, because I ranked the best corners in Madden 24.